Hi everyone, my name is Holly and I'm the editor of International Airport Review, and I'm joined here by RJ Steenstra, who is President and CEO of PortsToronto. So RJ, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. A pleasure to be here with you, Holly.
So we're here to discuss the news that a US Customs and Border Protection, or US CBP facility, will be introduced at Billy Bishop Airport and will be operational by 2025. So firstly, RJ, perhaps you could tell us in a nutshell what a US CBP Preclearance facility actually is.
Yes, so what it enables is actually passengers to clear customs into the US market from a Canadian location. And so we currently have 8 airports, and soon to be the ninth airport where US preclearance is available. And it creates a more efficient, effective opportunity for the passenger to get into the U.S., but as well for the airport from a processing perspective. And I think as well, what's interesting about U.S. preclearance is it opens up a tremendous market opportunity for each airport. If you look at what's available in the U.S. from a customs perspective, there aren't as many airports as you think that can clear customs, that can clear passengers through customs, but preclearance enables that market opportunity to grow significantly to airports that don't have customs services available in the U.S. So for us, that's about 20 markets that are really interesting and provide a great opportunity for Toronto and for Billy Bishop and of course for our travelers.
And we'll touch upon that a bit later, RJ, but I know that the airport and its partners have been working towards this for, I think, over a decade. So it must be
process.
It must be really great news that you finally achieved this. So what benefit does a facility like this actually bring to your passengers in terms of the passenger experience?
Yeah, it creates more efficiency and it creates a seamless opportunity for people to move across the border from our airport. But as well, obviously, it opens up those market opportunities, as I just mentioned, to significantly more airports and more destinations from Billy Bishop Toronto City Airport, which is fantastic for everyone involved. But it was a long process, I'll tell you. We did get approval for U.S. preclearance a number of years ago, and of course, this is now the announcement that we've received support from the federal government to actually open the facility from a capital perspective. So to get it actually built, and we're really excited about that. But it's been a journey, that's for sure.
I mean, it's a quick turnaround period if it's going to be operational in 2025.
Yeah, so we've done quite a bit of work in advance, which really helps us get moving and open the facility within a 2-year time frame. And certainly, we've got a very motivated team, not only on the ground at the airport, but with U.S. preclearance as well. They've already done a site visit, reoriented themselves to the design and the plans, and we're really pushing them to think about this site as a site of the future. What could U.S. preclearance look like for the future as opposed to what it needs to be today, so that we can ensure that it incorporates the latest technology, innovations, and of course ensure that the operation stays really efficient from a cost perspective.
Absolutely. Now tell me a little bit about the next generation technology that will be used there. We're very excited to hear about that.
Yeah, so I mean, we're working with their teams on different aspects of the process itself, whether it's biometrics, using biometrics in place of more traditional methods that require staffing resources, but also in how baggage is intaked, and things like that. So we're just starting those discussions now about what can we do that will enable this site to be as efficient and as user friendly and passenger at the highest level of passenger experience possible.
Sounds really exciting. And I mean, you touched upon it earlier. So this facility will open up new US markets, as some smaller airports in the US don't have this CBP facility and so cannot accept travelers who haven't been pre-cleared. Now, are there any new routes that you have your eye on now that you know you will have this facility? Are there any really big, exciting ones?
Well, there are a number of them that are really interesting that I'll let the airlines, when they announce them, take that glory. But there are certainly, what I can say is there are certainly about 20 markets, some of that are very, very significant, that will be available for us to connect to now, and we're certainly seeing a lot of excitement from some of those cities to connect to downtown Toronto. So we're looking forward to, as the facility gets developed, to make more announcements around what cities we're going to be connecting to in the future.
Great. We'll keep our eye out for those then.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what challenges does a facility like this bring? I imagine it will take up quite a big footprint in the airport. And as you know, you can't expand outwards because your airport is in the middle of a city. You will need to employ more workers, and passengers might be concentrated in that area of the airport for a certain amount of time. So what would you say about that?
Yeah, so we're lucky that we've incorporated the planning here, as it's been a fairly long process into the terminal environment, and so we actually we laugh at their location because it's probably one of the best locations in the terminal from a outside view perspective. You'll see all of downtown Toronto as you're making your way through the process from their office or from the facility location, which I think is quite fun, and will create a great experience for the traveler. But certainly, for us right now, just coming out of COVID, as we all are, supply chain is actually one of the bigger challenges. So we very quickly have to ensure that we're ordering materials and parts and equipment, particularly for our baggage system, to enable the pre-clearance requirements, and so that's one of the biggest challenges. And certainly, beyond, of course, obviously finalizing the design, and ensuring we have the site operational by 2025 or the end of 2025. But I would say that those are probably the key aspects for us right now.
And we spoke about the experience benefits that it will bring to passengers, but are there any operational benefits that it might bring the airport?
Well, certainly, it changes how we will do the customs processing, and so there's a significant learning and benefit for everybody, because we are able to offer this service.
RJ, that was my final question. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me, Holly.